Hello, I'm Emmanuel. I'm the computer teacher from Tender Care MOTORSTOLIC School, and today I will continue from where I stopped with you in my previous video. And I believe that you have watched my previous video on this same topic. That would be very advisable because it will enable you to know what we've done and why we are where we are today. So please, if you've not done that, try and make out time to watch my previous video on this topic. And also endeavor to subscribe so that you often get all our updates. There's also comments. If you have any comments, please kindly make your comment and you will get a response. Thank you so much. So today, being 17th of May 2020, the topic I'll be handling is Microsoft Excel. And the subject remains computer. Microsoft Excel. All right. From where we stopped the last time, we looked at how to open Microsoft Excel and some other components or things that can be found on Microsoft Excel environment. So this is the topic, Microsoft Excel, and our focus today will be on calculation or arithmetic. Okay, so we are going to study how calculations or arithmetic can be done in Microsoft Excel. Or you can see how you can use Microsoft Excel to carry out some arithmetical operations. Okay? So, now before I proceed, I would like us to reflect on our previous knowledge. This is what I have here, previous knowledge. I taught you how to open Microsoft Excel. That is how to open it in the computer or how to launch it. So, how to do that, I will still display it on the projector, but let me orally explain it. You click on Start button, point on All Programs, point on Microsoft Office, then click on Microsoft Excel. In case if your own computer is Windows 10 operating system, all you need to do is to press the window key on your keyboard. When you press it, then you type Microsoft Excel. It will come out, then click on it, it will open. Right? Okay. So now, when you open the Microsoft Excel, there are components you will see or things that you will see on the environment. Number one is the column, row, and cell. I tried to explain this to you in my previous video, so I will be a little bit faster today because I believe that you have watched the previous video. So what is column? Column is going from up to down, or I'll say that column on Microsoft Excel goes from up to down. For example, this is Microsoft Excel environment B, C, D. 1, 2, 3, and more. So Microsoft Excel environment looks like this. When column is mentioned, this area is being referred to like this. I may not be able to give you a particular definition to that, but please try to understand this. Column goes like this, straight like this. That is the column. So we have here column A, and we have here column B, and we have here column C, and here column D, and this continues till infinity. It has no end. Column has no end. So this is column A, column B, column C, column D. So when you are typing like this, here, 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 you are working on column A. When you are typing here, 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 you are working on column B. Is that clear? Now, going by this way is called row. That spells R-O-W. It's called row. So this way is row. This way is row. This way is row. So you can say row and column. So column goes like this, and row goes like this. Row, column. Is that clear? Good. All right. So the next one is cell. Cell is the general name given to all these boxes. All these boxes, their general name is cell. For example, in a class, the name you call everyone seated learning in a class is student. You call everyone student. But each of them have their individual name. In a class of grade 7, for example, you have Denk, you have Bagat, you have Mwafi. All of you are categorized as students. But your individual names, one is Mwafi, Bagat, Denk, and all. So that the same thing applies to this. The general name for all these boxes, all this opening, it is cell. That spells C-E-L-L, cell. Now, each of them have their individual names. So, their individual names can be formed. I'm now in D. How to know the individual name of cells. The individual name of each cell can be formed by the column and row that met to form that particular cell. For example, this is column A, and this is row 1. Let's see. Column, this one is coming down, row is going, and two of them met here. This place they met is a cell. Now, what is the name of this cell? We say that the name of a cell can be known by the column and row that met. So the column that met here is A, and the row that met is 1. So the name of this cell will be A1. I believe you understand that. So let me do again. This one moves from 2, and this one moves from B. As they move, then meet here. This place they meet is called cell. What is the individual name of this place? It is the name of the column and the row that met. So B met 2 here. So the name of this cell will be B2. So this is the foundation of Microsoft Excel. You must know the names of each cells. So when it's time for calculation, it will be easy. Let me do again. Second to the last one. I move from A, move from 2, coming down, moving, then meet here. So A met 2, or will I say column A met row 2 here. So the name of this cell will be A2. Finally, I move from C, move from 3, then move, and then meet here. We have this. So the name of this cell will be the column that met the row here, which is C met 3 here, and the name will now be C3. So if you can screenshot this, or you'll watch the video again. So and they need to clean so that we'll proceed to the arithmetic we have. I have some display to show you. Okay? All right. Now, let's go straight to the arithmetic. The only arithmetic we'll do in today's video is addition. I will be teaching you this, how you can perform addition operation using Microsoft Excel. Addition is known as sum, S-U-M, in Excel. In Excel, you don't call it addition, you call it sum. Some of these things have their terminologies or terms that you use. You understand? So you call it sum in Excel, and some other place you can call it addition, but in Excel it's being recognized as sum. Alright? So I would like you to get used to all these terms. So whenever it's being mentioned, you know what you're talking about. Sum, addition, this is the symbol in your general mathematics, is like this. So when you say 1 plus 1, equals to 2. So this is the plus we're talking about, which is addition. But in Excel, it is recognized as sum. Alright, so I have this example to illustrate further what I have explained. This is a cell. This is a Microsoft Excel. So we have the column A, column B, row 1, row 2, row 3. Now, we are talking about sum. If you are asked to sum 100 plus 200 and let the answer be here. Let me play this. Let the answer be here. The first thing you do is to recognize each cells by their names. Forget the value inside. You are asked to sum. You know what is sum. Good. Sum is to add. Now, the next thing is to find out the names of each cells. The name of this cell is what? A1. The name of this cell is what? B1. The name of this cell is what? A2. The name of this cell is what? B2. This one is what? A3. This is B3. So if you know this, you are good to go. Now we want to add A1 plus A2. Alright? So you use the formula in case if the values change. So the operation or the formula will still work. I mean, now you have 100 and 200. You write the formula using the name of the cell. If someone changed the value inside, it will still sum. So now I claim this. Let's do the calculation. So to add 100 plus 200, the formula is like this. equal sign, sum, open a parenthesis, A1 is to A2. This formula should be typed inside A3. You type this inside A3. So after typing, you hit the enter key, the answer will appear here. You will see 300 here. My concern is not the 300. My concern is the correct formula. So if you write the correct formula and this value changes maybe to 50 and this changes to 50, it should give you 100. So the formula is not only concerned for the values, it's concerned for the cell. So your formula must be correct. Is that clear? So let me sum this. 50 plus 18, the formula will be equal sign, sum, parenthesis open, B1, which is this cell, column, B2, enter key. The answer will display on B3. Is that clear? So now, I'm going to display this using my projector, and please stay tuned while you see that display. Thank you so much. All right, to open Microsoft Excel, you click on the Start button, which is this. Then point on All Programs, go to Microsoft Office, then click on Microsoft Word. I would like to repeat that again. So I'll close this. I'll repeat everything again. Click on Start button, point on All Programs, click on Microsoft Office, click on Microsoft Excel. Everything opens. So you see exactly something like this. All right, let me get this off. Okay, now all these blocks here, each of them, they are known as cell. So you can see this is the active cell. This active cell, the name shows here, A1. If you click anywhere by activating it, it's now active. The name is now F6. F met 6 here. F, column F, met row 6 here, and that forms the name of this cell, F6. Now, if you click another place, column H, met row 7 here, and that forms the name H7. So let's quickly do the calculation. I have 500 here, 500 plus 600. So I want to add this together. This plus this. Let the answer be here. So the name of this, my first cell, is A1. A met row 1 here. So that forms the name A1. And A, column A, met row 2 here. And that forms the name A2. So I want to put my answer on A3. So I start my calculation, equal sign, open my parentheses, equal sign, sum, open my parentheses, then A1 is to A2. Then I close my parentheses and okay, before I touch the enter key, you can see how the formula is, and the line has covered these two cells, showing that it's correct. So whenever you are putting in your formulas and the line is not covering the whole cells, there may be error somewhere. Let's check. So now the next thing I will do is to touch my enter key. You see the total is now 1,100. All right. So for example, let me clean this. For example, we have 200 here, we have 300 here, and you are asked to sum all of them. You go by this equal sign, sum, open a parenthesis. When you put A, okay, let me do it. A1 is to A2 is to A3 is to A4. That's correct, right? Enter key. It's correct. But that is the longest way. Alright. There is a shorter way to do that. If you are a salesperson in a company and you have the sales of the day, which is up to 5,000 sales, you don't need to go by A1, A2, A3. It will take time and you may make mistakes. So all you need to do is to know your first cell and know your last cell. So you go by this sum, equal sign, sum, open your parentheses. A1 is to the last one will be A4. Please look at the board. All right, so the name of my first cell is A1 is to A4. A4. I close it. So you see, A1, I jump to A4. That means the first and the last. Then enter key. I have my 1,600. So I so much appreciate the time you spent to watch this video. I also implore you to subscribe so that you always get the updates from us, so that you won't miss out of any of our videos. We are grateful to have you. We appreciate your comments and your encouragement to us. We'll keep remaining the best. Thank you so much.